Hi, my name is Prem Kumar. I was born and brought up in a Christian family. I had a great void in my heart. I was feeling lonely even though I had loving parents, feeling empty in my heart. When I was 13 years of age, I attended a camp called Teen Missions International. In that camp, the main thought was from Romans chapter 3 verse 23 that all have sinned and fallen short of God's glory. Being born in Christian family, I heard the messages in the church, but it was at that particular point in time I came to know that there is something that I was doing that was displeasing God. So I went forward right then and said, Lord, I'm sorry for all that I have done, all the hypocrisy as a Christian child. Lord, forgive me my sins. I'm a sinner. There was such a great joy in my life afterwards that I wanted to share this joy with everybody. I was to keep to myself before I met the Lord, but after that, I was sharing that joy, meeting people, being happy, and I wanted to lead them also to Christ. Like I said, I was born in a pastor's family. The life of a village pastor is really a great struggle. I saw that struggle. We had to live in thatched roof houses and see floods, lost a lot of things, and lived in real poverty. So when I went to intermediate, as I was studying there, my commerce teacher or professor started encouraging us to become a chartered accountant. That will get you a lot of money, a bungalow, a car, all of those things. So I wanted to become a chartered accountant and make a lot of money. From my childhood, I wanted to serve God, definitely. But then now, my focus is changing. After I started drifting away from God, I had severe headache that I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't study, I couldn't read, I couldn't do anything. My father took me to the doctor. The doctor changed the spectacles, but there was no change. So after a few days, I realized this is not the place where I should be. I'm going away from God. So I asked God to forgive me for going away from Him, drifting away from Him. Finally, in 1998, I committed my life for full-time ministry. And then I pastored in different churches and started summer camps because I had a great experience in summer camps of knowing the Lord. Also, I was given the opportunity to minister to people. So I knew that young people need Jesus. Young people need to be trained to live their lives according to God's will in a proper manner. I was praying for a godly wife to come into my life. When I was in my Bible school, I met this girl called Mabel Susan. We got married in 2008. Within 1 year, we had a son. It was such a great blessing to have him. His name is Ruel. After much prayer and waiting for 10 years, the Lord gave us the second child. His name is David Dayansh, and we are blessed to have him in our lives. God has a special plan and purpose for each one of our lives. If you are in the center of God's will, there will be great blessings that you will see in your life. I was not willing to submit to that will of God as a young child. I would have made money. I would have lived a life to myself, not being a blessing to others. But when you are in the center of God's will, God's blessings, God's guidance, God's presence will be in our lives. There will be such a great joy in our lives. It is very important to obey God's will for our lives, God's plan for our lives, to see the great blessings God wants to bring into many others' lives through us.